Honk for the unborn. Honk for the children.
Here we go.
Those are women, they're pro-life.
Here we go.
You know, women are being aborted. Women deserve to live.
Mace got shot.
Mace. She got kids of her as well.
Stop recording. Stop recording.
Wow.
Wait.
I hope that
that's assault, right?
this is for our
safety.
In front of her kids.
Whoa.
Wow. Mason, the young kids holding the sign as well.
Aggressor! Aggressor!
I
will make you again! Move out of my face!
Wow.
That's more pepper spray. She got it on my hand. The cops are coming now.
That mace.
So she sprayed it at me, and she also
Did it make contact with you?
Yeah, it hit my hand, and for the boys over there got them.
Let's go help them, because again, if it's in the eyes of them, we want to make sure that they're helped. Okay?
Right.
So we're standing here for a peaceful protest when two ladies and their children come over and start pepper spraying us. Got down my throat and up my nose.
Fair play to these young guys,
Really
man.
bad. Got in my mouth and down my throat.
Pray for us. Gabriel, pray for us. Pray for us.
There's really not much you can do about Mace. He just kind of has to wear off a little bit.
What a donut. Cheers.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
There is so many red flags about this woman. The fact she would act like that in front of her own children, and then acting like this when they always claim to be loving and accepting, like I always say, and then she pulls out the mace and spraying other young kids. You gotta be pretty low as a human being to do that, in my opinion. Just because these kids were holding signs which she didn't agree with, she attacks them. What kind of person would do that to children? And I'm not no parent, but what kind of parent would act like that in front of their own kids? Because unfortunately they're going to grow up to be just as bad as she is, probably. And fair play to these young men, because even though she was there ranting and raving, pulled out the mace, these guys were still holding the sign, carrying on like nothing happened. These guys are some warriors.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
I don't think there's anything harder than finding a liberal boyfriend. Where is he?
I really don't think it's that difficult, but let's be honest here. You ain't going to get a liberal boyfriend. You're probably going to get a liberal girlfriend.
Beta!
We've still got a lot of craziness yet to cover in this video, but if you guys are enjoying this so far, let me know. And if you want to see more videos like this and you're new, do consider subscribing, click the notification bell, so when you see more donuts like this pop up, you'll be notified.
It's been a while since I went over this, so let's do a quick refresher. We are a 3-parent family raising 2 amazing children. My husband and I, we're a married couple. We're raising our kids alongside our platonic co-parent. We're not all in a romantic relationship, though. My husband and I are polyamorous, and he does have another partner, but that person doesn't live with us. The 3 of us all do live under one roof, and our oldest child is now 3 years old. We've nicknamed them Peach for the internet. We also have a new baby that we've nicknamed Strawberry. We use gender-neutral language when we talk about our kids, 1, to allow them to grow up to be whoever they're going to be, and 2, to help protect their privacy. Our children call us Daddy. My husband is Papa. My co-parent is Momo.
Stop it. Get some help.
What the hell is going on? I'm confused. Imagine how those kids will be feeling. I don't know about this, man. I don't know if people saying and living like this and forcing that on children, should they really have children in the first place? Let's be honest here. Because as a parent, you have a big responsibility, and I don't think they're really fulfilling that responsibility.
This masking virtue signaling. Normally, I don't respond to anti-masker comments just because, like, I'm not for you, you're not for me, but I actually think this is a really important conversation to have in the COVID cautious community.
These videos can't be real. I come across these videos all the time, and they can't be real, some of them, surely.
The definition of liberal is willing to respect or accept behaviors or opinions different from one's own, or relating or denoting a political and social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, and free enterprise. So basically you don't care about anybody else. and you think that I'm a bad person because I respect other people's opinions. Like, what world are we living in?
What have you noticed about all these videos, guys? I think you know what I'm going to say. They all look the same. Coloured hair, coloured glasses, and it's always these people saying all the nonsense we hear. Every time.
I look like a fucking disaster and I'm in the car because I just got back from the grocery store, but WWE is going full fascist and I can no longer support them. The show was going pretty normally. First night of a 2-night SummerSlam, first one they've ever had. Show was going fine, booking was decent, some questionable decisions here and there. Don't get me started on the Sami Zayn. And then the segment before the main event, they show a bunch of pictures of Triple H at the White House signing that executive order with Donald Trump. Now, WWE has had ties to the administration and just like Republican fashy bullshit for a long time, but this was very direct on screen. They said, "Make America fit again" on commentary, and the White House played into it a lot as well, having Triple H come out and do his fucking water spit entrance, and they made a whole thing about it, and just, I can't do it anymore. Even if there's talent there that I like, I cannot support a company who is openly supporting an administration who wants to see me dead.
What?
What the hell are you talking about?
This is the thing. These people want to complain about everything. WWE, the Sydney Sweeney advert, video games, everything. They complain about anything and everything. And in reality, no one gives a shit.
Well, I'm a little bit more educated than you think.
Let's do it. When does life begin? When does life begin?
Here we go.
I'm an atheist, sorry. I don't talk about...
You just said you're educated on it. So when does life begin? Secular. You don't have to be a Christian. When does life begin? You can search it up right now, all you guys. When does life begin scientifically? It says fertilization. I thought you'd know that if you studied this, man. Like, come on.
When you were born, life. Yeah.
When you were born, life. So when this is very important, guys. If I'm a murderer and I pregnant woman, I get charged with double homicide. But it's when you're born. He just said it's when you're born, though, right? How come? Why is that? That's a good point. I'll change your mind.
Yeah, what a donut. And what does an atheist have to do with it? So, a baby growing for 9 months isn't alive yet, according to these people. You're only alive when you're born, so it's not growing and being fed food through the mother and becoming a baby in the womb. Right, okay.
That just makes no fucking sense.
I don't get it. It's not hard to not be greedy. It's not hard to share. It's not hard to love people. It's not hard to want to help others. Like, I don't get it. This would be a better world if we had less greed, less selfishness, and more empathy. I cry almost every day.
Why?
Usually behind closed doors. Because every time I have the privilege to put my daughter to sleep every night. And there's so many families that don't get to do that to their children. Or they're in Gaza or Ukraine and getting blown to shreds. They have to worry about when they're going to eat next. It could be a much better place. I don't get it.
I can agree with her. There is a lot of evilness in the world, but making TikToks crying about it, I don't know. I think that, yeah, you got to be grateful for what you have. And yeah, as humans, we don't always appreciate the things we have until we lose it. And if we wrote down all of our problems, mine, lots of people's watching, if you wrote down your problems on a bit of paper, your worst day, whatever, there is someone out there who would read that and they would swap lives with you in an instant. In an instant. You always have to be grateful and appreciate what we have, because there are people out there who are living far worse, because we know in 2025 the victim mindset and all that is sky high right now. So yeah, making videos crying about it, I mean, you're not really going to get the reception you want, especially on the internet. I think you should reverse that. Instead of crying, just be grateful and be happy that you can do that.
Shed my pants in college. My name is Kate Pittman, and I'm
What is happening?
Caitlin shit her pants! Caitlin is a naughty! Caitlin shit her pants! And Caitlin! And she'll do it fucking again! Caitlin Bennett!
Why do these people never act normal?
And college and she'll do it again! Nobody wants to talk to a grown adult who's pooping their pants. Go fucking do that fucking ass, you fucking bitch! Take that shit
What?
out. Go shit your pants. Go get the fuck out of here. Go get.
Why do they need these megaphone things? Why do they need that? Why not just talk normally?
I have to point out, you have a sticker that says I poop on fascists. And you're talking about it smelling like poop?
That's my sticker. Yeah, I poop on
That's
fascists.
disgusting.
That's you, bitch.
You want to poop on me?
I will poop on you if you continue being a fascist.
Have a little bit of self-reflection there. You look ridiculous right now. And when this clip goes out, this is going to go viral and you guys are going to get made fun of because this looks so bad for you.
Yeah.
You guys
Bunch of
want to poop
donuts.
on me. That's embarrassing. I know.
Get your microphone out of her face.
Look how distraught she is. She's apologizing to her right now because that's her sticker. So actually, she's the one who likes to do the pooping on people, and so she's
it's my sticker.
Yeah. So you like to poop on people.
The way I look like a dumbass.
She's dumb. They don't know what to do.
They can never get their point across in a sophisticated adult manner, can they? They all act like children, and none of them look normal. It's funny how they're all saying and acting like weirdos, and they all look like weirdos. And then you got people like this woman here on the left, on the far left, who's wearing a balaclava and all this. She's hiding her identity. Same with the woman on the right. If you really believe in what you say and you stand on that, why are you hiding your identity? That's like me doing these YouTube videos, saying what I say, common sense and all that, which is pretty much what I go by, and hiding my identity because I'm ashamed of it. Because that's all it indicates to me when people hide their faces.
All right, I might have to take my own advice because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that like I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him. Like, what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like, it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating. Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy. And it's like, and then I don't see more with him. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
Y'all know what's going on. And so do I.
This is the thing. She's saying all this now. I bet you if this guy stopped responding to her and he was talking to another girl and she found out, she would all of a sudden want to pursue that guy. She'd be crying about it. That's how a lot of girls work. And you don't always have to justify why you're not feeling it with someone. Sometimes you just don't click. You don't need a reason. You just feel it in your gut. And I don't think she's going to be fully honest about it. There probably is a reason. I bet there is. Because a lot of girls are talking to multiple people and it really is the best man wins. Until that guy moves on and meets another girl, then it all changes. That's what will happen here.
When I think platforms like really commodify women's bodies and normalize the idea that if men just pay you like $5 a month, they can get whatever they want out of you. You can laugh, but the average creator makes about $150 a month. That's not even the minimum wage in like Kenya. But I think that you set a very dangerous precedent that makes it very hard for women to stand up for themselves in normal relationships and tell guys that they can't just get whatever they want out of you and that you can set boundaries and standards.
Yeah, I don't mind selling myself for $5 a month, honestly.
Ain't nobody making $150 a month.
We're not harming you in any way. You could.
A Big Mac meal is more expensive than that. So they're worth less than a Big Mac meal.
Find your fish.
Yeah, I would happily never marry someone who pays money for. But I just think it's sad that you guys reduce your value and self-worth to $5 a month.
And that's your perspective.
Well, and my perspective is that I think you guys are worth so much more. I think God endowed you.
And who said we're not?
Well, I think when you're
in your eyes, we're not.
Well, I'm trying to say, I think when you debase yourself to make your entire livelihood dependent on basically the lowest common denominator, which is the fact that you guys have and an I think that you're selling yourselves extremely short.
Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
She belongs to the streets.
Well, this is what modern feminism has created. And there's not a lot behind the eyes of these girls. Fair play to that woman, you know, saying that they're worth more, which I believe they are. They once were, not anymore, but they once were. These people were all born and held by their mother and father, and the parents were happy. It was a beautiful thing, right? And now look what they're doing. They've ruined generations by doing what they're doing, and it is the lowest of the low. You can't get any lower than doing what they're doing for £5 a month. And they all know it's wrong. They all know it's wrong. They all do. And when they get to 40, the wall's there, the cats, no guy respects them, they just want to date them to get between their legs, they're going to realise that they were lied to. Because money only gets you so far in life, and if you're not respected and you're living a life like them, at the bottom of the barrel, that money can't save you.
The American flag is racist.
What?
That's not a hot take. That's just something I can substantiate by history. If I walk by a house, just walking down the street, walking my dogs, and you have an American flag hanging out of your window or on your porch, it gives MAGA. It gives white supremacists. I don't know what's confusing by that.
But people from America have an American flag at their American home because they love America, because they're in America. That makes them racist. Right.
I just came here to say that. Thank you.
What a flipping donut. And I've heard this many times. And I'm yet to go to America. I've always wanted to go. It seems like a great place. Well, apparently not to these people. It's racist and horrible. But again, they refuse to leave. And they live a pretty comfortable life. So, can't be that bad, can it? But people who love their country, patriots, who are proud, they raise that flag because they love where they're from. That makes them racist. Right. But there's people experiencing the same thing in the UK right now. There's people with British flags in their gardens. Police are coming around asking them to take them down because it's inciting violence and racism. What is the world coming to?
And to the white people that's talking about, oh, if you keep on making everything about race, then everything is going to be about race. Mind you, I ain't never gave a f about race before 2025. The only reason why I personally give a f about race in 2025 is because I was forced to give a f about race in 2025. If motherfuckers wasn't legalizing lynching and legalizing motherfucking segregation and bringing back all white towns, and motherfuckers weren't actively getting lynched in 2025, maybe I wouldn't.
But there's black areas, white areas, rich areas, poor areas. That's been a thing for a long time, so I'm not really sure what the problem is. That's just how it is.
Give a f about motherfucking race. Maybe if I wasn't a parent of black boys and girls that are supposed to grow up to be black men and women, mind you, I said supposed to, because in 2025, you can't guarantee that type of thing.
What?
Then maybe I wouldn't give a f about race. But for you to be naive about why I give a f about race is redundant and ignorant. And it proves why Bush should not have left you dumb f***s behind, because y'all are stuck behind like today ain't happening. This is why I say y'all need to stop inviting motherfuckers to the goddamn cookout, because they don't even understand what the f it is.
What's the betting that 2025 wasn't the year he started caring about race? And again, people in America, it seems like to me that they have equal opportunities. There's plenty of successful black people, there's plenty of successful white people, plenty of successful women, plenty of successful men. Seems like to me, it seems pretty equal over there. But again, a lot of people are complaining. But when they're asked to give an example of how they're being suppressed, oppressed, whatever you want to call it, their race, they've never got answers, because it seems like to me it ain't happening anymore.
But are you okay with ICE? How do you feel about ICE?
I hope ICE is only loving and kind and never does any evil to anyone.
But they're evil to everyone all the time. What do you feel about that?
I do believe there's evil, and when there's evil, it should be stopped.
They're
collecting
3,000 and leaving kids alone.
Yeah.
So you should care.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not a part of ICE.
He's employed by someone.
Well, yeah, but do you understand the sign, though? Just basically, do you understand the sign?
But are you not worried about ICE?
Sure, yeah. I want ICE to be done right.
The same way that you should be done. cares about this? This is way less of an issue. It's so much more personal.
No. Well, this is, just so you understand what it is, this is saying that there's a particular worldview that will cause a person to stand up against injustice. And if you don't hold...
He's not even there to talk about ICE, and they're so obsessed with talking about it. And remember, these are the same people that ICE are going around kidnapping people. I'm not really sure if that's what's taking place. But the people who are getting taken, yeah, it's not obviously a good thing to see. But these people are engaging in illegal activities full well knowing the risks that are at hand. And these people are taking risks. And it seems like these people can't accept that those people are now facing consequences for doing what they did and the choices they made.
Oh, it's been heralded as a great triumph, has it? When are they going to do Muhammad on ICE? So what they do is they're banking on the fact that there is Christian pacifism and that we won't give the sorts of violent pushback that they would get if they were mocking other religions. So they kind of bank on that. What this is homosexual infiltration, once again, of the church. This is what they do. This is all they do. This is a GLAAD award, Nosferatu looking chick. And here's what they did. They didn't just get everything wrong. They didn't even include the resurrection, any of the Christian themes. The whole thing is a total mockery. And who cares if a bunch of liberal, a bunch of liberals write up, oh, this was great. This was a musical masterpiece. Of course they're going to say that. That's what they do. That's how propaganda works.
Yeah.
This entire thing was designed to attack Christianity, and it's always that way. That's the way it always is.
Yeah, he is right. Christianity gets attacked all the time. We've seen it in films, music, the Olympics. The list goes on. They're always mocking Christians. And as a Christian myself, you know, we are used to it. And we all know that if you say anything about a certain religion, they'll come knocking at your door. But with Christianity, it can get mocked and it's completely fine, apparently.
Got a lot of people up in my comments at the moment telling me that I'm not making enough of an effort to be feminine. I wanted to start by saying that being trans is not necessarily about passing as your chosen gender. I actually started hormone treatment telling myself that I would be content if it got to the point where my gender became ambiguous. I myself define as trans feminine as I'm trans and feminine. I feel like trans is something that I shouldn't shy away from, and it's actually something that I should be quite proud of. Nonetheless, if we consider all the time, the energy, the money that it's cost me to get the medical help that I need, the surgery, the voice training, the therapy, the consultations,
I don't think
and
it's
all
working,
the rest
mate.
of it, I don't think I could be making much more of an effort. Thank you very much.
Well, you definitely wasted your money, pal, because I don't think you're convincing anyone. If this guy's feminine, then I'm black.
What is the weirdest thing about conservatives?
How much they suck in the back rooms at shops and stuff.
Yeah?
It's always a straight conservative men sucking in the back rooms at shops.
What? Holy crap. And you think that's weird?
I do, because why?
I thought being gay was normal.
Oh, I mean, so...
I thought these people supported gay people and wanted everything to be gay and supportive of gays, but she's mocking gay men. Right.
In this election, in terms of Democrats losing men, particularly, not only white men, and we've always had, or at least in recent history, you have the issue with white men, but younger white men, younger Latino men, younger African-American men, we have slipped there. Yeah. In some of these town halls, have you seen some of those folks?
What an idiot!
Pronoun of the day is Valentine. His pronoun of the day is worm. His pronoun of the day is arcade.
Today's pronouns are quit the bullshit. Design your Neo masterpiece. Perfect for bedrooms, game rooms, weddings, parties, bars, and businesses. Add a personal glow with custom names, quotes, or brand logos. It's more than decoration, it's a vibe. Easy to install with pre-drilled holes, screws, chains, and optional dimmer. Lightweight and portable for flexible styling. Customize your text, size, and font with real-time previews. No limits to your creativity. Get it fast with just 7 to 10 days. Backed by 24/7 support and a 2-year warranty. Tap the Amazon link in our bio to order now. Use code TonyLCShine for 20% off your custom LED neon sign.
This guy got the marketing down to a T, and he's gone viral many times just responding to the BS like we see in my videos. And he's nailed it because his business is thriving now, and at the same time it's hilarious. No way. It's crazy how to be celebrated this much. You've got marches and parades about you. First thing you got to do is you got to be black, which I am. I'm a black woman, as you guys know. So be black, be a criminal, and when your day comes, you'll be celebrated for that. Really is weird.
There is a deficit among young people, a social skill deficit, among other skills. And we can acknowledge that without being cruel and unkind. I already blocked the person, but calling it the Gen Z stare.
I think you need to block your barber, pal, because he's done you dirty there.
And then shitting on Gen Z and saying that
of course the cats are there.
They think they invented everything, among other things, is in fact bullying.
Even that cat saying shut up.
Yeah, it's fucking rude, it's fucking unkind, and it is the exact same thing that boomers did to us. Stop it. Y'all sound stupid, and you're fucking rude.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't culture propaganda that I'm just not falling for. Fat is only acceptable if you're actively trying to not be fat anymore. The second you say that I'm not on a diet, I look at you like you've just completely given up on life. As if existing in a plus-size body without chasing weight loss is a crime. News flash, no one owes you a transformation story. Progress is progress when it comes to weight loss. People will praise you for losing weight when you are grieving, when you're in a depressive episode, when you're having anxiety and you're not eating and you're starving yourself. They think it's amazing.
No, they don't. No, they don't. If people are going through something and they're depressed, they're sad, and they're losing weight, if anything, people are going to be concerned for that person. What is she talking about?
Oh my God, look how much weight you've lost. I mean, guys, come on. The bar is so low, it's under the ground. Clean eating has become a diet in costume. I hear you say that, oh, I eat clean, but I don't eat bread, I don't eat carbs, I don't eat butter, I don't eat dairy. That's not clean eating, I fear, baby. That is deprivation and starvation. Just not falling for it.
Sounds like to me there's people trying to help you, love. Because I stay away from pasta, bread, because it's carbs. And it's not good if you're trying to cut weight. You should stay clear of carbs for a little bit. At the end of the day, if you can't stop putting hot dogs in your face, that's on you. But trying to say it's all fine and anyone who tries to help you is fat phobic, all this nonsense, it's just a load of BS. Just admit the fact you can't stop eating shit. And I'm talking from experience. I've been there, done that. I've gained weight at times when I can't stop eating crap and junk food and I get lazy. That's part of accepting it for what it is.
Y'all, especially her. Her, especially her. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't even know why she stopped me out my motherfucking day to tell me some shit that I don't like. And then this bitch. Yeah. No.
You are the smartest person we've talked to today, right?
This behavior is just truly shocking, and
You went on some crazy.
I'm not that shocked.
Yeah. So I am actually probably is the smartest. What you graduated with?
A biology degree.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in school right now, law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. What the hell?
I know,
I hope your future employers do not get wind of this video because you won't get a job.
You don't think so?
No, the amount of curse words you've said, you can't debate, and lawyers are meant to debate. You have not been able to present one good argument, and you can't do it without cursing.
This is exactly what it is with a lot of these people that just live life in their feelings. She saw something she didn't agree with and she comes over acting like a child, swearing, presents no argument. If you see something you don't agree with, you can just walk by like you didn't see anything. And that's how it has to be in life. You can't be caught up in your fingers and acting like she is, because she's just acting like a donut.
I'm gonna hold your hand again when I say this. I really don't give a fuck whether or not immigrants came here legally or not. I really don't. We live on a floating rock within imaginary lines that were created by capitalism and colonialism. People deserve basic human rights just for existing. You don't earn those by coming here legally, sending them to inhumane facilities like Alligator Alcatraz, where they are given meals with bugs, where they're denied sleep due to the lights being on 24/7, where their Bibles are taken and they're told that they don't have the right to religion anymore, is absolutely inhumane. Whether or not those people came here legally, they deserve basic human rights and basic human decency.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid, and she has the exact look we always see. I keep seeing it. I feel like I'm watching the same people over and over because they all have the same look.
I'm trans, I have trans children, and
Trans children?
this is us.
If you don't mind me asking, when did you know that your true identity was transgender?
I grew up in a fundamentalist religion and I fought it for a long time with depression. Probably say I knew it 10, 12, but didn't believe it and didn't really accept it about myself until about 8 years ago.
How many genders are there?
Infinite. I have an intersex child. There are so many different versions when you just have two genders. Just say there's only two binary.
Guys, look at her top. What does that say? Demon. You can't make it up, can you?
Didn't believe it and didn't really accept it about myself until about 8 years ago.
How many genders are there?
Infinite. I have an intersex child. There are so many different versions when you just have two genders. Just say there's only two binary things.
Yikes.
Science doesn't even say that. I have friends that are XXY. I have friends that are XYY. I have friends that are YYY.
What?
I have family members who have ovaries and testes. You have to know there's gray because science says there's gray. But the current administration doesn't quite believe in science. I'm always very flattered if people come and say, hey, what are your pronouns? Because you're like, yay!
So you said that your kids are trans as well?
I have a trans child, yes.
Okay. And what were the signs and how did they start to identify?
From a young point, they just never fit in. We knew before they did. The day they came out was a relief to us because like, oh my God, they finally figured it out. And luckily, they had trans friends. We had trans community. They asked a lot about trans stuff. So I asked one of my trans friends to come over. Hey, can they just meet you? And, you know, see you and ask possibly inappropriate questions because they're 7.
Why?
Gender can be fluid. Sexuality can be fluid. What you decide today doesn't mean who you are tomorrow. I'm discovering more about myself every day. My kids are, and I think that's the thing. It's growth and discovery.
Guys, I'm pulling my flipping brain cells apart here, right? Saying you got trans kids, that's a questionable statement, right? As a parent, I don't think... There's a lot of people who can't have kids and they should have them. And there's a lot of people who do have kids and they shouldn't have them. That's all I'm saying. But why do these people never look normal? I am yet to see a video like this where they just look slightly normal. But they always look like flipping weirdos.
Do you think minors should have access to transgender surgeries?
No.
I think parents should and doctors should consult with their kids and make these decisions.
Representative Goldman, what's your reaction to the Supreme Court decision to uphold Tennessee's state ban on transgender surgeries for minors?
I think it's a travesty. I think for government to get involved in private healthcare decisions is completely against our individual freedoms and our fundamental values. So I think it's an absolute shame, both from a human perspective and from a legal perspective.
Do you think minors should have access to transgender surgeries?
I know this is out of context, but these pride parades, right? There's one near me in the next few days, and there'll be thousands of people there, and I can hear it from the window. But if one person is to go on the high street and read a Bible, police will be there, they'll get attacked and told to move along. But they can close roads, make a whole bunch of noise, have people naked, walking down the street around children, blocking roads, littering, doing all the craziness they're doing, and that's fine. But one guy reading a Bible, even reading it, or preaching, that's too far apparently, and the police will have none of it. Make it make sense.
I think parents should and doctors should consult with their kids and make these decisions.
Thank you so much, Representative Goldman.
So why are we telling parents that if your kid says they want to do something, we should just be like, yeah, kids, no problem, you can do that? I can't believe these people are even saying this. Like, kids 5, 6, 7 coming up to you saying, yeah, I want to get a tattoo, Dad, can I do that? And they just got to say, yeah, no worries, son, I support that. Can't happen. They're kids, and we need to protect them of that. These people are lost.
There's nothing wrong with me, but I think there's a distinction between racial prejudice and racism.
You have a degree, don't you?
I have several degrees.
You approve of my point. I've interviewed over the last 30 years or so, I've interviewed tons of educated people. Black, white, Jewish, Japanese, Chinese. And I noticed that all educated people with degrees have no common sense. It's only the people that I've interviewed that have not been so educated. They tend to have common sense. And so I've started telling people, don't waste your money going to these universities to be dumbed down from common sense.
Yeah, he is right. And there's people I know who are A-star students, you know, they're very intelligent academically, you know, black and white, but they are completely clueless. They got no common sense whatsoever. He is definitely right about that.
All those things you've listed, I've tried those. I can't do it consistently. Not for 20 hours a week.
20 hours?
Some weeks I'll be able to do it. Some weeks I can't.
I'm flipping in the gym for 20 hours a week. Maybe not 20 hours, but you know what I'm saying. Refusing to work 20 hours a week, that's nothing. I'll be clocking in more time on Skyrim a week than she's willing to work.
Even working from home, even having a flexible schedule, even having all the accommodations in the world, I can't do it.
Why not?
I can't even do hobbies for 20 hours a week. I can't do things that would bring me joy for 20 hours a week. It's not a lack of wanting to. It's not because I don't want better for myself and my family, because I certainly do. It's that my disabilities prevent me from being able to work.
What disabilities?
20 hours a week. And again, they prevent me from doing fun stuff for 20 hours a week too. I have undergone all of this medical care and tried to get things straight so that I can work, and it hasn't happened.
There is one thing I could think of that would help this person, but people on the internet will label me as fat phobic. Things like that. If you try and help someone with their health, that's what you're labeled as in 2025.
You're 29, better looking in 10 years' time at 39?
I don't know. I don't really love the question. It's a lot of ageism, but...
Wait, how is it ageism?
To compare an older person to a younger person and suggest that being young is the ideal beauty, that's ageism.
Do you think, when it comes to physical aesthetics, do you think men or women... I'm not saying a sexual or romantic attraction. I'm just talking about assessment of physical beauty. Do you think men or women are more beautiful?
Oh, so a fallacious argument. Gotcha.
How is that fallacious?
What? Because we were discussing a topic. Instead of debating me properly with that topic, you chose a cherry picking is what you did. You chose a different idea.
Oh, you mean a red herring? It's not even
it's not a red herring. No, it's not. I mean, you could say it's a straw man.
Explain what a straw man is.
Oh my goodness. So do you want the answer?
No, why don't you explain what a straw man is?
I don't feel like doing
You don't know what a straw man is.
Because you're mad because you don't know what
it's not a straw man. But now answer my question.
What was your question? Who's more beautiful, women or men?
Yeah, do you think men? Who do you think is more beautiful, men or women?
I believe women are more beautiful.
Wow, congrats. You're sexist towards men.
I think we all saw this coming. This was a stupid debate from clearly someone who doesn't flipping think straight. And she's saying all this. She does OF as a job. I mean, if you can really call it a job. And she says all that. And then she contradicts herself at the end by saying what she said against men. I mean... Stupid person gives a stupid answer, not surprised one bit.
I am currently at Buc-ee's, which has a well-established history, especially in the last few years, of being racist. But why am I stopping at Buc-ee's then? Well, there are a lot of moments in which a company does racist things, and while some people can boycott, everybody can't, especially without safety being a really important factor. Whenever we travel across the country like we are currently doing, driving back from Atlanta down to Texas, after driving from Texas up to Ohio and a bunch of other states, Buc-ee's is one of the only places where we can safely not only get gas, but also get food that isn't going to make you sick. If you have never driven through rural America, if you're not somebody who's experienced in general whenever it comes to driving cross country, you may not realize how hard it is, especially in certain places, to get somewhere where you can use a clean, safe restroom and where you can buy food that isn't going to make you sick, especially whenever you have a disability. So as much as we absolutely hate the things that Buc-ee's has done in the past few years, it's one of the only places that we can still reliably go. This same thing happens when we talk about places like Walmart and sometimes even Target. People condemn other people for using certain services that may, again, have been racist or currently are engaging in active racism.
What?
But a lot of times there are people that do not have a choice because they don't have other options. I live in a place where Walmart and Kroger are going to be two of the only grocery store options that you have. You cannot go out of your way to find somewhere else because not only may you be disabled or financially limited, but the distance could also make you unsafe. As somebody also, again, who has a disability, there are times where DoorDash is going to be the only way where I can get reliably what I need. Even though I don't want to use some of these services, I don't have other options. It is very counterproductive and ignorant to make condemnations against people who don't have...
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. People saying these things, they all have the certain look, and she's got it. She's got it. It's not a coincidence, is it?
Another choice without actually trying to provide them with another choice. When the Montgomery bus boycott happened, there were so many organizers in the area who made sure that people who were not going to have another way to get home or to work actually gave them a network. They didn't just say boycott the buses. They actually gave them a way to do so safely and ensured that it worked. There were even people that were icons because of the fact that they cooked for people that were doing the bus boycott. So that way people who maybe even then could get home and back also were able to get food delivered to them and were able...
What the hell is she talking about? How can Walmart, Target and all these places be racist? You're going in to buy groceries and that's it. But they're racist? Everything's racist, apparently. These are the same people that complained about that Sydney Sweeney advert. I know I keep mentioning it, but it's just... I've watched that American Eagle advert many times. I don't know how it's racist, but that's the world we live in now. And now they're saying Walmart, Target, these places, supermarkets are racist.
to eat in a way that was safe, especially if the non-segregated places were now too far out of the way to get to.
Eat in a place that's safe. How are they unsafe? Am I missing something?
We must do better at being mindful when we talk about boycotts and being able to understand that sometimes there are no other options without community impact. There are no other options without people making it to where the people that don't have options can have those. And even whenever those of us who may have to use those options can continue to make better choices and limit our experiences and limit our involvement in those places, we also have to make sure that we're considering the fact that people are people and there's a lot going in the world. And it's hard enough as it. That's all for now. My mom's calling me.
You don't have other options. I'm not really sure if it's that. I think this video is just more playing the victim and spreading just delusional nonsense. Supermarkets are racist, guys, so stay clear of them. What a donut. Just when you think you've heard it all, and then you hear stuff like this, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised at the same time. They keep coming up with more and more BS to spill.
We're just not gonna like go see the world? Yeah, you're just like not gonna go see the world. You said it. You figured it out.
We're just not gonna go see the world because
you're not gonna go see the world.
Our credit cards just manage our lives.
Yes.
No.
Well, what's the... Then what are we doing here?
You're supposed to help us.
In what way? I'm not a magic pill. Buddy, if I say, hey, maybe you can't do a luxurious vacation once a month, and that's why you're in debt.
Okay, first of all, it's not even once a month.
Shut the fuck up. If I just give literally the most basic thing and tell you to cut out the most expensive thing that maybe you do once a year instead, max, which I wouldn't even do, I'd get out of fucking debt, then maybe.
Yeah, 400k in debt is wild. People going away once a month, you got to have a lot of free time and a lot of money to do that, because most people that are working, getting by, paying bills, you'll be lucky to go on holiday once every 2 or 3 years if you're lucky. If you are lucky, you are very lucky to go on holiday once a year.
You'd be willing to cut that back. So I don't know what the f is going on here. This is so stupid. This is so stupid already. So dumb. This is the first card. You have to be receptive. If you're sitting at this table, you have to be receptive, or I'm not f***ing filming.
I am receptive. I just don't agree with your logic.
Please explain.
I mean, you know, everybody has debt.
No.
No, they don't.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Everybody has debt,
No!
and I'm just not gonna have. We're just not gonna go see the world.
Yes!
And not go travel just because credit cards have to be paid.
Oh my
You have to go make memories. You have to go make memories. What are you gonna do? Just stay in your house and fucking work all the time?
No, you
literally.
Oh my gosh, buddy.
Is that what you do? Is that where you're just so miserable all the time?
Well, yes, I am building a business here, so I do put in more work than you've ever put in your entire life. But
the entitlement and the delusion and the stupidity of some people really needs to be studied. She's walking around with 400k in debt and acting like she just sees sunshine and rainbows and everyone should just do the same, just get in debt, and there's nothing wrong with that, and she can't see the problem. God help us.